Hey there, Fred here. Okay, so on this tutorial, we'll be talking about Gmail. We'll be going over the essentials of the settings, creating a signature, talking about the contacts and how to create contact groups, what are tasks, and labels. Labels are like folders, and I'll show you that as well. We're going to show you how to organize your emails and search your emails, and we'll talk about different accounts and how to print emails. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so we're at gmail.com, and now you'll see my window that's a little bit different. I have 1, 2, 3 accounts that are associated to my Gmail on my Chrome browser. Okay, so that's why you see 3 accounts. Now, when I log in, you'll see some blurry spots on the Gmail account. That's just because I'll be using the school account, but I want to protect the senders and any students' name and email addresses. So that's why you'll see some blurry parts on the screen. Okay, it's a good idea when you make any kind of tutorials. You don't want to compromise any privacy issues with your school. So double check your school's privacy policy. All right. So let's continue. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my school account right here because it is different. Your private account and your school account and my other private account, it's different. The school account, it depends on the administrator what they activated and what they did not activate. So let's jump in. Okay, so we'll start from the top left and work our way down, and then we'll go from the top left and work our way to the right. All right, so you see your school logo, and then you'll see the mail, and there's a drop down triangle you see. Click on that. You'll see the contacts and tasks also. All right, you have the big red compose button, and then you have the inbox, starred, important, chats, sent mail, drafts, all mail, spam, trash, and the categories you have following. All right. If I scroll down, you'll see I have different labels for all the different emails that I put, and I categorize them into special labels. Now, Google calls them labels. Yahoo or Hotmail or the other email services, they call them folders. All right. So they're basically the same thing. They just called it something different. Okay. So, all right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how to create a label. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to more, scroll the way down to more, and then I go down. You'll see the last blue link here, create new label. And I'm going to call this Sharon. So Sharon, my wife, and I will show you how to create this label from everything that I have correspondence with her. All right. So the name of the label is Sharon, and I could nest it where I could do it like a subcategory or a subfolder under a different folder. I can choose that also. Okay. But I am just going to keep it not nested and keep it as its own label. Create that. Okay. Now you'll see here she is. This label, I click on it, nothing. Okay. So first of all, I'm going to do is go ahead and go to the drop down arrow, and I'm going to change the color. Sharon loves purple, so I'm going to click on the purple label here. Okay. I'm still clicked on Sharon here. I want to find all email correspondence that I have with Sharon. So I'll go to the inbox. Now what I'm going to do, up in the search bar right here, and Google is very famous for their search and their advertising. So you want to go and use the search bar. It's very powerful. However, if you notice, there's this little drop down arrow to the right by the magnifying glass, and it will say show search options. Click on that. And here you can add what you're looking for. In this case, I'm going to be looking for all emails from Sharon's email addresses. Okay. So type that in. And what I'm going to do is that I'm going to create a filter for this search. So I'm going to click on this on the bottom right of this little window. Okay. And then I want it to go straight to the Sharon label, okay, or Sharon folder. So I'm going to go ahead and click apply to label, choose label, scroll down and find Sharon right here. Click on that. And here, before you press create filter, you have to go ahead and apply to 19 matching conversations prior that happened before. Okay. So I'm going to check that and click on create filter. Okay. So how do I know if it worked? Let's scroll down, find that label. Sharon, the purple one right here. And here they are. These are all emails going back to 2013. Pretty cool. Okay, so labels are very powerful. It helps you organize your email and can be such a time saver for you. You'll see I have things from Apple. I put all Apple correspondence here. Okay, going back past couple years so that it skips my inbox and straight to this label, this folder. All right. Now, how to get rid of a label? You can always hover by the color, find that triangle, and you can scroll down and you can remove label. Okay, so that is organizing your email and putting a label on emails. Okay, so now we're going to add a signature and talk about the vacation responder also, part in the email settings. So if you follow my mouse to the right hand side right here, you'll see the gear icon, the settings icon. Click on it and you can change the settings of the way it looks, your email. You can change it to compact where it squeezes everything together, or you can make it comfortable, which I like, and a little more spacing. Here, configure box, inbox, real quick. If you click on that, you can choose one of these or all of these options where it separates the emails into your primary email from people you know and to all your social stuff like Facebook, Google+, promotions, updates, which I like just putting everything in primary tab. But that's just me. It's up to you. Try it out if you like it. And close this little box here. Now we're going to go to the settings now. Okay. So here you can see you can change the language. Keep it like that. Choose the one that works for you. How many messages that you can see immediately. You can scan in your front page. You can reply default or reply all, changing the font, size, color, and so on. I'm scrolling down. You could use stars to indicate important or urgent emails. You can also do the chat on and off. You can make your own keyboard shortcuts by clicking on more. You can find out like Command F, J, N, and so on. So here we go. About 3/4 down, you'll see something called signature. All right. This is a very good tip to make sure you include a signature, especially if you're using a professional, your own school email. All right. So put your contact information. Good idea is to add your school website and school email if you have it, and the phone number to the school office. Scrolling back up, you may want to consider also putting your picture on there. It helps people when they're emailing you that they see who they're emailing. Okay. And I scroll back down, and the last option here is the vacation responder. Here you can turn off and on. Obviously, if you are not available to answer any emails, it's highly suggested to use the vacation responder. You can set the first day when it starts, last day when it ends, put your message in, and press save. All right. So that's very important and very valuable. Saves you time. Okay. So going back to my inbox. Moving on, we're going to go to our contacts right now. Okay. So I'm right underneath the mail. You'll see contacts and tasks. Let's jump into contacts now. Okay, so I have all my students and colleagues in my schools, and what I can do, you can start creating your own contacts list so that when you're emailing a group of people, you don't have to enter each of their emails one by one. Huge time saver. So this is how we do it. So if you scroll down, go to new group, name this group, click on new group, name the new group. I'm going to call this Sharon. Oh, let's call this home. Okay. Press OK. Now, going down to home, find that group, click on it. I should have nothing here yet. All right. So here I can start adding people. Like I can add Sharon. I can add Sharon's Teaching Bytes address. I can add my other addresses, my Yahoo account. I can stretch this. Now, this is a pretty cool tip. You'll see these two lines here in the corner. You can stretch it out. I just found out about that a couple months ago. So when you're filling out surveys or anything like this, you can stretch it out. Okay, put a comma and add other people's email addresses that you want to be a part of the group, and then press add. Okay, so you should see 3 email addresses here, and then when I go back to mail and I press compose, all I need to do is type in the name of the group. So HOME, here it is, and here are all the 3 emails in this group. All right, makes sense. Now in this little window, you'll see you have the formatting for the when you create an email. You have the formatting ribbon here. More down here, choices, the adding and attaching files. Here, what's great is connected to your Google Drive, so you can go to your Google Drive and find a file and share that. I'm going to cancel that. Insert photo and a link, and they have emojis. Okay, so this money thing, we don't really do that in school. Okay, I think that's connected to your Google Pay, I believe, but we don't do that in schools. So it comes out as an error. Okay, now what's cool, I'm going to stay here in this window here, is that I use this a lot since I correspond a lot with parents and with administration. Sometimes I have to send the same email over and over again. Okay, to cut time, instead of composing brand new emails and trying to search for emails that I wrote 2 months ago so I can copy and paste it on a new email to someone else, that takes a long time. So there's something called canned responses. Canned responses, and I'll show you what it is. If you click on the bottom right by the trash can, you click on this bottom right for more options. And you have something here, the second option called canned responses. And you'll see here I have already 1, 2, 3, 4 that I can insert here. It's under an insert label here. I wish they made this a different color or darker color, because these are really they're not as dark as I want to. They don't stand out as much as I want to. Okay, so what I can do, I can find one and I can type in or choose the canned message. So let's do this. I click on that. There it is. Hi Sharon, I will be late this evening as I have a faculty meeting until 5. I'll pick up dinner for you and the kids and we'll eat around 6. Okay, so I didn't have to type all that, which is great. So how do we create a canned message? Go back to the more options on the bottom right corner. Canned responses. I'm going to save one. So I want to create a new one. New canned response. Okay. Title it. So something that's relevant for you in this message. And then you will be saved once you type it in and save that message. And then you just go back and see the canned response. I'm going to just choose one I made a long time ago. Lost stolen iPads for parents. And you'll see all this that I saved saves me time from typing it out. Very powerful, very valuable. But make sure when you use this, make sure you change names. Make sure you keep it as a template. It's like keeping a template, but make sure you're addressing the people and updating any other content in here in that canned message, so that it's updated to the person you're sending it to. All right. So that is canned messages. Now under mail, again, we go down to tasks. Tasks are like priority lists. They're like bullet lists. They're like a to-do list. Okay. So they appear down here, and you can see I have a bunch of different items here already. You can add one. You can press the plus button. You can delete some. You can indent, move it around. You can indent where you can nest it underneath a different bullet point. So how to do that? Let's just add one. All I need to do is just click on there and type in pick up dinner. Go to the arrow next to it. Click on that. You can type in a due date and so on. Okay. I'm going to delete that. Highlight it. It's crossed out once you're done, but I want to delete it. Press the trash can. Gone. Okay. So that is very useful also to make quick to-do list. All right. So from Gmail, we all know in all the Google products, they have the 9 grid dots here. This is where you can access all your Google apps for education and more. If you want to add more, you can also. All right. So this is helpful also, so you don't have to type in Google, search for Google, or type in docs.google.com and so on. It's already all here and it's connected. Now, what I do also is that I connect my personal Gmail and I log in, I don't connect it, but I log into my personal Gmail as well if I don't want to use a different browser like Safari or Firefox. All I need to do is click my picture here, add account, and I can choose my other account here, log in, so I can switch back and forth to my Gmails. Okay, so here, let it load. It's still loading, but you get the idea where you can go ahead and switch between accounts when you need to. Okay, you can also do that with all the other apps, slides, docs, sheets, and so on. All right. So this is the video tutorial essentials for Gmail.